Hey everybody, happy Saturday. So I was watching this show called The Summer I Turned Pretty, which is a very cheesy love triangle show. It's got 3 seasons. I've only seen the third season, so I've come in like at the end, the start of season 3. But the idea is there's this sort of beach house. Most of it takes place in this like beach holiday home area. And as I was watching it, I was like, I like the setting of the beach house, the holiday home. I have a bit of a thing for maritime stuff. Like, I've drawn a lighthouse on this channel. Yeah, I do love a good seaside sort of setting. There's this sign for the beach, which is called Cousins Beach. And I felt like it was a pretty iconic sign, but also I was watching it with artist brain in my mind, and I was like, oh, I want to paint this, I want to paint that, that looks cool. So I took note of the sign. I don't know if anyone who's seen this show would actually remember this sign. I think it's only like a shot through a taxi window or something. But there's a reference photo that I'm using from the show, and it's this sunset, like just after the sun's gone down. Really nice glow to everything, but that seemed really hard to paint. But I thought, screw it, let's go for a challenge. Let's try and do that. So I've got an orange undertone for all of the sky before I paint anything on top. And the sign is white, like it's a white sign, but because it's in shadow, it's quite grey in the photo. And I think I still pushed it to be a little bit whiter than it is in the photo in my painting, because it does look a little bit weird being so dark, but I think in the end it turns out okay. But yeah, I also put yellow underneath the grass. All of this stuff is sort of helping the glow when it comes through in the end. And I used brown 70% cacao for the pole, which I later cover over with some. It's sort of a mix of purple with a little bit of white in it, so it's kind of a grey purple. But a lot of the stuff, like the water, you would think would be blue, but because of the lighting, it is like this weird, yeah, purpley grey color. Same with the boardwalk, like pavement, very odd. And yeah, just going around details. I'm avoiding doing the details of the sign because it's going to be really hard to get all that detail in with the brushes. And then a bit of white to really get the glow happening. Here we go. I'm going in with the sign finally, which I think was okay considering the brushes I was using, but eventually you'll see this later. I don't like how thin the Cousins Beach lettering is, and I don't really have a thicker brush that's not gonna just splodge everywhere. So I end up getting some paint markers later and going in with that. Here we go with the paint markers and thickening up that Cousins Beach, because that's really sort of, if anyone knows the show and they look at the painting, that's what they're going to look for. They're going to be like, oh, this is the beach from the show. I used a black Sharpie because I didn't have anything dark blue, but I was not happy with how dark it was compared to the dark blue everything else, so I had to go back in and really, really lightly touch that population 848 with the dark blue paint marker. And then I still was like, this is a really grey sign for something that's supposed to be white. So I think I went in with just a little bit lighter. And then I think I even tried to balance out the sign by making the pole underneath it darker. I think that helps sort of show that the whole sign is in shadow, and then that half of it is a white, the other half is a darker color. The other half being the pole. But yeah, I think also as a painting, you don't need to know the show for it to be like a fun beach themed painting. But yeah, here it is. I'm pretty happy with it. It looks like something I would take a photo of on a walk and then paint, which is pretty fun, but it is actually from the show. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. A bit of an odd one, but I had fun. So I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.